Once I was on the set and a week or so in, it was fine, and you forget. You're just in the character. I'm not thinking about the pressures anymore. I'm just committed to what I'm doing. But it was all the prep and also the wrestling with the decision of should I do this or not. But once you're in it, you're there and committed.
She's uncanny. It's interesting as well because she's a mother of 2 boys. And I think that's always in her mind. She's always thinking about that, always sensitive to that, those concerns. And we'd watch a bit of YouTube with me as Paul Barrel and her as Diana, and then in Bosnia, and then we'd be dressed in the same costumes. It was really quite eerie.
Well, I know because we from what we were doing on set that she's fantastic. She stopped me a couple of times. I mean, I had to stop myself, but I genuinely had moments where she just sounded so much like her that it was almost spooky.
Well, she's even better than I thought she would be. I mean, she was my first choice, and I honestly don't know anybody who could pull it off like she did.
Oh, major anxiety, yeah. But it took a good 6 to 8 weeks of listening to every bit of available footage there was available. I focused heavily on the Bashir interview, and would go for walks in the park and jogging and listen to it as I went to sleep at night. Because it was incredibly helpful. There was not only great information about the backstory of her character, but also how she moved her face and the sounds and where she took breaths and all that.
I was so glad that she was cast, just because I feel her special gift is her vulnerability, particularly because of Mulholland Drive. And I thought they've cast her, then they're on the right track.
The clip I did see, she looked kind of remarkably like her, but I haven't heard the voice yet. And it'll be interesting. It'll be very interesting to see. I just hope it's truthful.
So far, it looks very convincing. I think because of the dresses that we've made, getting all the proportions right, it's kind of made everything fall into place. And I'm just really interested in seeing how it comes across in the movie. I'm kind of really excited. My heart's going a bit like this at the moment. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
He was great. He was so enthusiastic, and he told me that this dress actually I'm wearing in the poster was one that Diana wore herself, which was quite eerie, and it really fit. I don't think they did anything to it, and I was quite impressed with how short it was.
He did stylish things. You have to remember, Diana single-handedly put British fashion on the map. So we should be thankful for that. Every British designer should be thankful for that. I think the very first time I met her as a blushing 18, 19-year-old, when she came in asking for some dresses. And of course, as time went on, then I got the big one. When she asked me, she rang up one day and said, "Will you kindly do the honour of making her wedding gown?" Whoa. So I've seen her emerge from a very shy kindergarten teacher right the way through to her wedding day, watched by millions of people around the world.
I think I was just extremely pleased when she came into the royal family because I felt that she sort of informalized them, and I felt she brought something that everyone else in England had to perhaps an institution that was beginning to think it was too fusty and too old-fashioned. And I think everybody felt that. I think any film about someone, as famous as her, who died as recently in such unusual circumstances, is going to be controversial. I actually think it's a tremendously sensitive love story.
I don't find it controversial. What I'm doing basically is telling a rather simple, universal, deep, moving, and in the end sad love story, which is something I always wanted to do.